My video for May the 12th, 2018 is entitled Insane Saying from the Bible, Quoting Jesus. As I've said many times in my videos, I grew up reading the Bible a lot, starting when I was only in 4th grade. Beginning in 1962, I read it through every year for over 20 years. And on at least one occasion, I read it through twice in the same year. I memorized many verses and psalms. When I moved to Florida in 1983, following my divorce, I began exploring non-Christian religions and building bridges in the metaphysical community. It was not until they stole my home that I became more cynical and questioned many things I had taken for granted most of my life. Today, I'm pondering this quote attributed to Jesus. Quote, "He that seeks to save his life shall lose it, and he that loses his life for my sake shall find it." I'm not thinking in terms of higher and lower life, as many do, but life in general. We all seek to preserve our lives, and when that stops, we lose hope. Belief in a God, in a good God, is more challenging. Dying often becomes a sort of goal at that point. Very sad indeed. And it's mid-afternoon already, 3 o'clock in the afternoon as I'm recording this. And I got a message when I got up this morning from Valentine, and he said, "I'm super excited to share with you other topics that are currently downloading through me." And so I wrote back early this morning when I saw that message. That came last night. I had already written the blurb for this morning's message, or the message that I'm giving you right now. And I said, okay, I won't put my message up. We can record a little bit later at the normal time. Well, the normal time is between 1 and 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And I can't reach him. He hasn't been responding to me all day long. I have not been able to contact him. Are you there? You know, I'm sending him messages and stuff like that on email and on Facebook, and he's not responding. And so it becomes frustrating for me trying to connect with people. I mean, I've had problems with Aristo not making it when at times that we thought we were going to make it. And this last time that we did make it, we almost didn't make it because things come up in their world, and it puts me in a place. And I try to record my videos before the sun gets so bright and shines through my window, and the Venetian blinds put lines across my face, which makes it not acceptable to me. Okay? And so I'm not just thinking that it's insane quote sayings from the Bible, but this whole world to me is becoming nothing but an insane asylum run by lunatics. And I'm not referring to a Valentine or Aristo or anybody else as a lunatic. I am referring to the so-called elite as lunatics. But in any case, something has to change. I mean, the idea of wanting to stay alive is wrong, as indicated in that verse, and only by being willing to die are we ready to live. I mean, this concept is a Christian concept that many people believe, and I have Christian friends that were raised Christians, raised like I was in the church, and have dedicated their lives to trying to do good and trying to do the right thing, and get very, very discouraged. And some of the people that were waiting for the RV to happen and other positive changes to happen were involved with me in the restoring the Republic movement, etc. Some of those people are already on the other side. They didn't make it. They died, and as I've said in other videos, the president of the Restore the Republic movement is, as far as I know, is still in jail. on what I believe were trumped up charges. Whether that's true or not, I don't know all the details. There might be things that I don't know about. In any case, folks, I have, as I've said so many times, dedicated my life to God over and over again, and my parents gave me to God before I was even conceived. And this God thing, this thing of the kingdom of heaven on earth, not in heaven. We know that I imagine there's a kingdom of heaven in heaven, whatever heaven is, but I've looked for it to be on earth. And that's the promise that gives it substance. Otherwise, it doesn't have any substance. It doesn't have any meaning on earth. It only has meaning to die. And I am not willing, not that I have a real choice, but I don't want to die and fail in my mission of helping bring the kingdom of heaven to earth. Not that I do that alone. I've said that over and over again. Other people are involved, but mostly God, whatever God is, has to be involved in that. God has to want to put the kingdom of heaven on earth as much as I do. I've gotten sidetracked in recent weeks, looking at videos that I thought were going to talk about some of the same things that I've been talking about, and then they end up being flat earth things. That the problem is that we don't believe that we're on a flat earth, and because we believe we're on a round earth, therefore everything is mixed up, and it's never going to come out the way we thought it was, because the salvation is to believe that the flat earth is somehow the most important thing in the whole world. It doesn't matter to me what shape the earth is. It doesn't matter to me if it's on the head of a pin, relatively speaking, or metaphorically speaking. It doesn't matter the shape. What matters is that we learn to love one another. And the most important one to learn how to love is God. The Creator needs to learn how to love. God is love. God is light. God is lots of things according to the scriptures that I was taught. And even in some of the other scriptures that are not the Bible, but other things that were considered sacred writings by various people, also portray God as being beneficent, although there's also contradictions, just as there are in the Bible. So making sense of this whole thing called human life is a tremendous challenge for me and for a lot of people. I don't want to seek to save my life. I want to redeem humanity's life, not escape Earth, but transform Earth, transform this world, whatever shape it is, transform it into something that's worth living, where people that want to benefit us are in charge, rather than people that want to enslave us and control us and use us and rob from us and ultimately kill us till we're not any good to them unless they can profit from us in some way. It's a slavery system, folks, in case you haven't noticed. And that needs to change as I see it. Otherwise, I feel I will have wasted my entire life. And there's others that feel that way too, that are younger than I am, that they feel that life has lost its meaning. I know people whose friends have forsaken them. They've had marriages fall apart. They've had their children go in directions that they don't understand. And there's a lot of insanity going on in this world, in case you haven't noticed. And the insanity is at the highest levels. I mean, these people, beings, whatever they are, sacrifice their own children and abuse their own children. It's horrific. What's wrong with this picture? To me, there's nothing right about it. And I still wait for God to take responsibility for creation. Thank you for listening, and namaste.